So what's the difference between a utility warehouse business or a UW business and a traditional business? So I'll let you know my thoughts here, and you can let me know your thoughts in the comments, of course. So first of all, when I was running my traditional business, I was a driving instructor. So I was working by myself. So I was actually self-employed rather than a business owner. Have you read the book, The Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki? If you haven't, maybe you should read that because that'll explain a lot of the principles as to what a business is rather than a self-employed position. So, but most self-employed people call themselves business owners anyway, whether they've read that book or not. It just sounds better, doesn't it? So to turn my self-employed driving school into a proper business, one where you can get paid whether you're working or not, you can take a couple of months out and still get paid. That's a business. You're going to need, sort of 50 plus employees. You're going to need people running the office. You're going to need, obviously, a lot of driving instructors working in your driving school as franchised instructors, maybe, where they're paying you a monthly fee. And obviously, to satisfy that fee, you're going to have to be supplying them with work, office support. They're going to have to be getting some value. Otherwise, they're just going to stop paying the fee, aren't they? So you're going to have to set up a whole system there with multiple people in multiple positions running the business for when you're not there. Otherwise, you are just an employee within your own sort of like organisation. You are effectively still self-employed. If you can't take time off, if you can't be unwell and still get paid, then it's not really a proper business. You are just working within something that you've created. So that's the difference then. For me to achieve that with my driving school, then I would have had to have expanded. I'd have had to have borrowed money. I would have had to have been responsible for paying other people's wages in the good days as well as the bad days during the build-up of the business. And if it had failed, I'd have probably found that I'd have had debts, and those debts would have been held against my house potentially, unless I'd protected myself in other costly ways. So that's how you can build a traditional business and the risks associated with it. And of course, you can do that with shops, with rental properties. You can do all sorts of things. You have to scale it up to a level and have people running it at a level where you can just simply walk away, play golf all day and still get paid. So that's the dream for most people. But that dream for most people never really becomes a reality. Most people stick being either self-employed or maybe they employ one or two other people to work with them, but they never break away. It never becomes a proper business. It always becomes their self-employed organisation. Whether it's a limited company or not makes no difference. They still have to work within it each and every day until the day that they can retire. So with UW, we do things a little differently. We build it as a business from day one. So we do get walkaway income from day one. So is what we do is we bring in customers and we earn a small override of residual income based on those customers' spends on their utility bills. Customers are happy because they're spending less because they're getting better value with us as a company, and we're happy because we're getting a monthly residual income. So we also then build a team. And if we are confident getting customers ourselves, then we can probably show somebody else how to become confident getting customers themselves. And that's how we build a team. And then if we help that person to build their team, and we keep on repeating teams, building teams within your organisation, you are still active, you are still hands-on, you are still working, 5-6 days a week, whatever. You are building the business. But there comes a point where you can walk away, and it comes quite early on where you can walk away and you can have a monthly income coming in no matter what. And you've not risked anything. You've not risked your house. The costs are simply £3 a month to be a UW rep, which is insignificant if you're completely honest. That covers your trainings, your websites, head office looking after all your customers, all your team members. So all for £3 a month. Very good value in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you don't believe me there. So it becomes a walkaway income quite early on. Now that walkaway income will be, like £50 a month, and and that may be enough for some people. Wouldn't have been enough for me, so I kept on going. I went past £50 a month, got it up to £100 a month. Still weren't enough for me to walk away and live comfortably. So basically, my wife and I, we've got it up to significantly more than that, and it goes up month by month. because we are still actively bringing in new team members and helping those new team members to bring in customers and team members themselves. Teams helping teams to build teams. That's all we're doing, and it's going quite well, obviously, because the company's booming at the moment, so there's no better time to be doing it, which is good for me, potentially good for you if you're not doing it already. So that's how UW is different from a traditional business then. There's zero risk. Well, £3 a month is your risk. If you can't handle a £3 a month risk, then you've got more serious problems than we can solve for you. But £3 a month is the risk, and your house is never at risk like it could be with a traditional style business. And you get that walk away money, and it's up to you what your level is. And when I hit my level, obviously I've got charitable things that I wish to be doing. I've got people that I wish to be helping within my life, so I'm still actively working this. But when I get to a level that I say, well, that'll do then, and put my feet up, well, my team members are not necessarily going to be at their level yet, are they? They're going to keep on working because they've got things they want to achieve, and they've got people that they want to help, and their numbers are not as big as my numbers may be. Of course, any one of them can overtake me. There's nothing stopping that from happening. So my income, when I get to my point where I put my feet up, it may well keep on rising significantly after that point, but that can only be a good thing, can't it? And I'll just have more money to do more charitable things with than I thought I would have, and I'll enjoy making those decisions. So anyway, details are in the description. If you're curious to find out more, then you can easily contact me multiple ways, and look forward to chatting with anyone on the other side of this video that's got any queries or questions.